So Eddie, what is it that you're working on right now?
Google Docs.
And what are you using Google Docs for?
To write a report.
For social studies?
Yes.
And why are you using Google Docs and not Microsoft Word?
So if we have a partner that's doing the same topic, then we can share information.
And you can work collaboratively?
Yes.
Okay, so, and does it work just the same as Microsoft Word?
Yes, except you can share with a partner, and you can type while your partner's typing at the same time.
Okay, and what about using it at home? When you save something here, what's the advantage?
You can use it at home too. So when you want to catch up, you can just go on your computer and type in that and type in your password, and it'll work.
And that way you don't have to worry about bringing a thumbstick back and forth. All right, very good. So Greg, what is it you're doing right now?
I'm doing my blog post, and I'm about to put all of this onto document process,
And why are you doing that?
so I can listen to what I've written down.
And is that easier to look for errors or see if it makes sense?
Yes, it is easier.
Here you go.
Ta ta.
Turn the volume up.
Hey. Sing a song.
J. E. T.
Jet car.
E. T. Jet.
What's that say, Hunter?
Jet.
Very good.
Mama.
Okay, that's a bus. Can you spell bus?
What's that say? What's that say, Hunter?
Bus.
Very good.
Whoa, Nick has a lot of old. He's using dragon
Stuff. Obviously.
She must have came over to eat my rocks during the famine, so she might get some food or something. And then after that,
Nolan,
guess.
can I just stop you for a second? Tell me what it is that you're doing, what technology you're using right now, and why.
Dragon, because it's easier.
But what are you doing with Dragon?
Talking into it.
Well, what are you writing on?
Blog. We're writing a blog post about what we did yesterday at the Chatham Culture Center.
And why do you say Dragon is easier? What makes it easier?
Because you talk into it and it tells you, and it does like what you tell it.
It writes out what you tell it?
Yeah.
And if you have trouble with spelling, and you don't have to worry about that, right?
Yeah.
Jack's mother, she was angry that Jack had traded Buttercup for only 3 steps.
Would you rather read on the iPad or a regular book?
Probably maybe an iPad because some words I get stuck on, so
So I would read on the iPad sometimes
And then what do you do when you get stuck on the word? Why is the iPad better?
because I read that because sometimes I can get a voice that I would read that over.
So Nick, why don't you tell us how you use the iPad?
I go to the bottom and I click it, and then I just talk into it and nice and clearly. And then when I'm done, I just highlight it, and then I put in speak it.
So is that a story that you've been working on? Is that what that is right
Yeah.
there? Now, what if you want to hear that read back to you? What do?
I copy it and go out into speak it, and there's all my writing, and then I go.
I went to Mission Bay to
Okay.
get a job. I got a job selling bait, and I to Mission Bay to get a job.
Okay, so go ahead and
I
stop
got a
that.
job selling bait and
When would you use that? When would you use that feature?
When I'm done the story,
Why do you want it heard back? Why do you want it?
just so like I know it's all correct and that.
What I do is click here and start speaking into it, and I see period after. And then if I got something wrong, I would see if it has something right here. If I don't want that word, I click on it and delete it. And every time I do a sentence, I say period. I'm good.
So what subject are you using it for?
I'm doing it for writing.
So Quinn, tell us how you use the iPad for reading.
I have to click on iBooks here, and then I would go to the library right here, and I'd click on the book I want. And you can also use it to highlight stuff if you want to double click it. You can search for the book, you can search things, and you can look it up on the dictionary words. Plus you can highlight something and you can make a note on it. Like this reminds me of when I went camping. You can do that. Plus you can bookmark things.
Okay, can you just show us the actual library of books available?
Okay, so there's this section. This is all the kids' ones. And there's PDF, which has nothing in it. And then there's other books here.
So what's, in your opinion, what is the positive thing about reading on an iPad instead of a regular book?
That you can look up a dictionary right on the iPad, and you can make notes on it too.
You can make notes.
Hello, Mr. Momo's class. We take a bunch of questions, and then I'll show you after we do some questions. I'll show you around my studio a little bit, and I'll draw a picture for you guys, and I'll show you some stuff that I'm working on.
Fantastic. All right, so do we have somebody who wants to ask the first question?
What books are you working on now?
Well, what books am I working on now, Lauren? I'm working on the Platypus Police Squad books, like I mentioned. I finished all of the art for my next picture book, and I just got back some test pages from my publisher. I can share them with you, and that book is called Ollie. So this is what the cover is going to look like. These are called proofs. So these are the test pages. It is all of the pages of the book.